Lying begins with doing something wrong. We lie to have a better self-image, to have a sense of control, and to escape trouble. Lying is human nature and it's selfish. We learn to lie so we can get ahead. We lie to think of our friends as good people. Likewise, we lie to think of ourselves as a good person. Can lying be justified if you are trying to protect someone? Lying should not be a social norm. Saying that someone couldn't handle the truth is not justification for a lie. In a recent local survey, most people claim to have lied to escape trouble or to protect someone from the truth. 21% of the people said that lying is not just. The other 79% claimed that lying was okay, however, it depended on the situation at hand. Controversially, the people that stated that lying was not just still lied. Why do we feel compelled to lie even though we know it's wrong? We were taught to lie at a very young age. From when we told our first lie as a toddler to last week when we told our parents that our room was clean when it actually wasn't. Lying has been a part of our daily lives. To prove that lying is learned, researchers left 3-year-olds in a room and they were told not to peek at a toy that was concealed across the room. 90% of the children looked at the toy. When asked, 38% admitted that they peeked at the toy. When the same experiment was conducted with 5-year-olds, none of them admitted to breaking the rules after peeking at the forbidden toy. The older children had learned that they could get in trouble for not telling the truth and decided to lie. Since we hate to break habit, our parents, adults, and icons that we look up to all lie. This would also include political figures. But why do political figures lie? Lying is the root of all scandals in politics. Who are they lying for? Are they lying to protect themselves or you? Cases like the Lewinsky scandal and Hillary Clinton's email scandal prove that they are only considering themselves. In the Monica Lewinsky scandal, our President Bill Clinton was trying to protect his reputation. Basically, Miss Lewinsky and her president had a highly inappropriate relationship. Monica told co-worker Linda Tripp about the scandalous political sex. Tripp advised Miss Lewinsky to keep the gifts that President Bill Clinton had given her, and not to get the semen-stained dress dry cleaned. Tripp started to secretly record the conversations between Miss Lewinsky and President Bill Clinton. When the tapes were brought to the public by literary agent Lucien Goldberg for the use in the Paula Jones trial, it was clear that Bill Clinton had sexual relations with Miss Jones and Miss Lewinsky. Later, when Bill Clinton was testified, he claimed, under oath, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky." A more modern scandal would include the email scandal. Hillary Clinton was deemed to be unbeatable in the 2016 elections. What are her poll numbers today? Her numbers have significantly dropped because she is untrustable. Our former Secretary of State sent around 30,000 emails on her own private server. The emails should have been sent on the U.S. government server. Since they were not, her account was hacked and the intel was looked at by outside forces because of the lack of security with her private server. It was later determined that she had used both an iPad and a BlackBerry. However, she claimed that she used the private server because it would have been easier just emailing off one device. By lying about the use of her devices, she lost even more trust than the initial response of the scandal. In both cases, the political figures lost large amounts of trust from their constituents. They lied to save themselves from trouble. They would have just been better off by telling the truth in the first place, because it would have saved their integrity and their trust. However, maybe the truth is a little more complicated than it seems. For instance, President Bill Clinton having sexual relations with another woman while Hillary was nearby seems slightly complicated. Maybe you did something completely wrong, but you can't handle people knowing what you did wrong, so you begin to lie about it, because the guilt of what you did was greater than the truth. This should not be a reason to lie. It would be better in the long run if you told the truth right away because the consequences would be less severe. Lying can't be justified because it's deceitful, so why not tell the truth right away? By telling the truth right away, you can save yourself the embarrassment of getting caught in a lie, while keeping your honesty with your friends. Concealing information from the eyes of people can hurt you in the long run.